Namaste everyone. As usual, we can begin with 3 ohms, but first let's establish the group consciousness. So think of everyone who is here within this group participating. Take a deep breath in. Our usual disclaimer: when you attend this session, you do so with the understanding that you are responsible for your own well-being. Life in Yoga and our volunteers like me and others don't take responsibility for the outcome of your participation here. So the rule of yoga that one can do in order to practice it safely is there can be no strain whatsoever in whatever practice you do. Keeping that in mind, a good way to ensure that is whenever you are doing anything physical or breathing practices, make sure the breath is always slow and smooth. Keeping that in mind, let's begin now with our chakra vibrations. Bring your awareness to the perineum, and as we squeeze at the perineum, pressing on the little finger, we begin with Lam. And for those of you who are new, when we press the finger and keep it, we keep it in line with the chakra. So in line with the perineum, and we have the palm facing inward towards the chakra. So take a deep breath in. Lam. Release the fingers and continue. Last time. Bring your awareness an inch or so above the perineum. This is behind the pubic area. As we draw in there, we do VAM, pressing on the ring finger with the thumb. And again, keeping it lined with the Swadhisthana chakra and the palms facing inward. Release the fingers, continue. Last time. Bring your awareness behind the navel in the middle of the body, pressing on the middle finger. We do Ram. Take a deep breath in. Ram. 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 Release the fingers, continue. Ram. 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 Last time. Ram. Bring your awareness to the middle of the chest, in between the breasts, and here we do yum, pressing on the index finger. Take a deep breath in. Release the hands, continue. Last time. Bring the awareness to the throat, and here we do hum, thumbs up, loose fist. Release your hand, continue. Last time. Hum. Now, bring the awareness to the middle of the head, and there too we do thumbs up, loose fist, take a deep breath in, and we do chum over there. Chum. Release. Now bring the awareness, release the hand and continue. Chum. Last time. Chum. One more time. Chum. Now, top of the middle of the head, we do Om, and again, thumbs up, loose fist. Release your hands and continue. Last time. Take a moment to observe for yourself if your wrists are stiff and your knuckles are tight or painful, any part of the body, stiffness, pain. With this chakra vibration, it has probably diminished by 10, 20, 30%. Now, today, as we had planned, we will stay strictly with pranayama and our mantras. So, we will begin with our Ujjayi pranayama. If some of you or any of you feel that simply doing Ujjayi is not enough and you want to do any stretching, feel free to do on your own. But collectively, I will not give any instructions for that. So now, bring your attention to the lowermost part of the mouth and focusing there. Start inhaling with the mild sucking sensation, and as you exhale, do the reverse sucking sensation. And Hema Modi, please instruct your sister so that she will feel comfortable doing it. As you continue with the Ujjayi, you observe how much slower it becomes as you continue. As you continue the Ujjayi, visualize that as you inhale, even as you feel the stretch in the bottommost part of the mouth, Visualize the breath rising from the Atma chakra, that is the lowermost part of the sternum, and the breath goes upward as far as it goes, and as you exhale, it comes downward. So visualize that even though you're focused on the throat, add the visualization even as you feel the sucking sensation in the throat. Continue. As you do this visualization, as you inhale, visualize from the Atma chakra, you feel you're connecting, or imagine you're connecting into the cosmic intelligence. And as you exhale, you bring down the cosmic intelligence into you to fulfill the purpose of your life. So continue, though, Jay. As we continue with the Ujjayi, now we will change the visualization a little bit. Interlock your fingers and bring the thumbs together and place the thumb right into your belly button, your navel, and we will now when we do the Ujjayi with the same sucking motion, feel like you're lifting up the energy from the navel all the way to the middle of the forehead at the hairline, right at the top here, hairline. Inhale up in Ujjayi and exhale down. And visualize that you're balancing the energy in all parts of the body. People who are sensitive, you may find initially when you inhale and exhale, it'll be to one side of the body. And as you continue to focus on the navel and go up and down, it'll come back into the middle in a few minutes. So this is a balancing exercise. Continue. Those of you who are sensitive to the flow and are finding that as the awareness comes upward along with the breath, it doesn't come exactly to the middle top part of the forehead, but is leaning slightly sideways. Bring your finger and place the finger right at the middle of the forehead at the hairline and continue the Ujjayi. Now as you continue, place your finger just below the nose, above the lip, right in the middle, and continue the Ujjayi. Now those of you who can feel it from the navel to the Murdhanya point, right in the middle of the forehead, right at the hairline, observe how straight the awareness flows. Continue. Place your finger right at the bridge of the nose, right at the place where the eyebrows come down, and all the way to the bridge of the nose, and continue the Ujjayi the same way. Now, as you continue the Ujjayi, we will make another visualization. Visualize, even as you are sucking at the throat, the awareness moving from the tip of the tailbone along the spine all the way to the back of the top of the head, just where you have the back top, what we call as the Shikha point. So continue the same Ujjayi with that visualization. And as you are going up, you can mentally, if it is comfortable for you, vibrate the sound Om as you're going along at each point behind the chakra. So you do the Om mentally, Om, 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 Om as you inhale. As you continue this, interlock your hands and stretch it high above the head, the interlocked palms facing the ceiling and the body stretched out. Continue the Ujjayi from the tailbone to the back with the sucking sensation. Release the hands, relax, and continue the Ujjayi. Now we are going to change the Ujjayi as we are doing one more time. And as we visualize now, from the perineum through the middle of the body, bring it all the way to the top of the head, the same place where we do our chakra vibration. But you do the Ujjayi along that, come up to the top, and as you exhale, go downward towards the perineum. Visualize that as you do the sucking sensation of the Ujjayi at the throat. Now, as we continue this, we extend the visualization where when we inhale and we visualize it go up to the top of the head, allow it to go some 3 feet or 4 feet above the head. And as you exhale, feel it go down all the way to the bottom of the feet as it goes through these 7 chakras. We are simply extending further. Continue. As we continue the Ujjayi, now visualize that you're inside a cylinder that is 100 feet tall and 6 feet wide. And you're in the middle of the cylinder. And as you do the Ujjayi, visualize the breath going in a swirl upward, going far above, 50, 100 feet, wherever above it goes. It connects into the divine intelligence, God's intelligence. And as you exhale, you draw the intelligence down, and it goes through the body, swirling downward, and takes away all unwanted stuff, and goes all the way 100 feet into the earth. And it takes away all the unwanted stuff deep down into the earth. Visualize that. Continue. Now you can stop the Ujjayi breath, but visualize yourself in that gigantic cylinder. And visualize that there is in a swirl, all unwanted stuff is getting dragged into 100 feet down into the earth. And visualize it as a string of tornadoes or a whirlwind, something going through you and taking away all unwanted stuff right into the earth. Very nice. Now we go on to Kapalbhati. So please continue. Now let's do few Brahmaris for maybe 2, 3, 4 minutes. Take a deep breath in. Last time. Now we are ready for our Bhastrika Pranayam. So pull back the shoulders as you inhale. And now let's begin. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold the breath. Observe any sensation you feel in the palm of your hands. When you're ready to exhale, close the right nostril and exhale through the left. We will do the same holding and sensing the palms as after each Bhastrika that we do. So let's continue to the next Bhastrika. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Same routine, deep breath, hold, and when you can no longer hold, exhale through the left nostril. Let's get ready for the third round of Bhastrika. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 16. Exhale. 17. Exhale. 18. Exhale. 19. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Hold breath. In this last round, is there anybody who didn't feel any vibration in the palms? Raise your hand up. Okay, so we will do one more round of Bhastrika, and when you hold the breath, Just like we do the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, take the breath in and without compression, bring down the chin and feel the breath held over there and observe the palms. So let's go to one more round of Bhastrika. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. As you exhale, feel like unwanted stuff is going out. Inhale, all good stuff coming in. Continue. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Deep breath in and hold. Nalin, you felt it this time. So let's continue now to our meditation. Keep the palms open. You feel the vibration in there. If you don't feel it, once again, take a deep breath in. Hold the breath. And exhale through the left nostril. And you can feel the vibration in the palms. Lift it up and feel how it feels light. Now mentally call upon the spirit that takes awareness beyond the body, and that is called Gayatri. Feel suddenly vibration and weight come into your hands. And take in the palms right inside you in a motion right into your chest. And so you have invoked Gayatri inside you. Then open your palms once again. Observe how you feel within, a certain vibration in the whole body. Now invoke the spirit that gives you, that brings the energy that takes beyond the sun. So that is Savitri. Feel the weight again come into your hands, and again take it into you. And feel another vibration adding on into you. Open the palms again, and now invoke the spirit that brings cosmic wisdom in connecting to the highest source, and that is Saraswati. Feel the vibration come on to your hands again, and take that right into you. Now all of these spirits are into you, and now mentally bring your awareness to the middle of the head, and with your eyes closed, look up as if right through the top of the head, and mentally ask, may I be connected to that source which is outside all of creation by whatever name in which that God is known, that which is beyond name and form, and ask for cosmic wisdom to come into you, but keep mentally looking up above the head. And as you're doing that, some of you may feel you're in a column of light or whatever. It doesn't matter. If you feel it, it's good. If you don't feel it, that's fine. But just keep the mental focus looking upward over there. And as you're doing that, we will have Om playing in the background. Mentally affirm to yourself, may the cosmic intelligence heal anything that is needed within you and give you guidance to fulfill the purpose for which we have come into this body. Then you can raise the palm of your hands once again and take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, look straight into the palm of your hands. And with that, we end the session. Now we have time, today being Sunday. I exceeded the time by 7 minutes. So if you have any questions, comments, anybody is welcome to unmute themselves and speak up.
Dr. Rajan, this was one of the best experiences I've had. And I don't know in what way it was different. Meditation was much easier. You were focusing. My lungs kept telling me I don't need much oxygen, but there was plenty to breathe out. So it was a wonderful experience. I didn't do it last Sunday, so this is my first Sunday.
Okay. So the thing is basically the power of intention and the power of breath is so strong. It has extraordinary cleansing ability. And so the thing is, it is much, much more powerful than physical elements. But what happens is, most people want to begin from the physical aspect, but we have been doing this for a while, and this is a group that has been doing it for now a few years, right, on a regular basis. So that is the reason I thought it will be good to experience the higher meditative aspect that is induced into a higher level of meditation with breathing and visualization practices.
Dr. Rajan, it was really wonderful. We should do it at least more often because it was so relaxing and you feel like you're in a meditative state and you can feel the vibration going up and down and you feel really relaxed.
Let's do this every Sunday as we are doing right now. And at a later time, if people feel we should do more often, we can maybe add Saturdays. But in weekdays, most of the people who come, they're looking for something physical. Satyapalji, you want to say something? Please unmute yourself.
Yes, today my experience was slightly different from the last Sunday. Today, when I was visualizing going up from the heart chakra all the way up and coming down, that was okay. But as I came down, the sensation I started feeling was from my waist all the way to the down of which was not last time. In addition, when we did it from the navel, again the same thing. But when we put the finger on the nail, just below the nose, then while I was trying to visualize up, it will stop there. It won't go beyond that. And
that is okay. Actually, the reason I put it in the nose and here is the breathing. I think Tammy is here somewhere, and she may have experienced it. Is for many of the people for whom it was going rightward. It was not going straight. So the thing is, you see, to make it go straight, after a while, when the moment I brought this thing over here, it became a little more straighter. And as we continued, I found for some people, the energy was flowing, even though it was going straight till here, it was going by the side of the eye. And that is why I put the finger over here also, and that straightened out. This is a way of balancing that is the equivalent of the alternate nostril breathing.
Okay. Another thing, when we were visualizing that the visualizing going above the head, it went about a few inches above the head and opened like an umbrella.
Yes.
And when it was about 3 feet or even 150 or 1500 feet, it just like opened like an umbrella.
Very nice. Each person will experience it in their own way.
Okay. During Bhastrika, the last session or the last time, about 4 or 5, when we were about 14 or 15. At that time, when I was bringing my hands down, I could feel something from my palms going down all the way to the knees, hips, knees, and all the way to the feet. This I used to feel a long time back. I did that. But in the last few months, I did not feel it. But today I felt it after a very long time.
Very nice.
Dr. Rajan,
Yeah.
what is static practice and dynamic? You know, in the book, I read the book, yoga book.
Yes.
Mm.
Actually, that thing is actually in the Hatha Yoga section. that you would see the conversation about static and dynamic practices.
Mm.
The static practices is in Hatha Yoga when they do asanas, they hold position. That is static. But when they move with breath, that is the dynamic.
Which one is dynamic? I didn't get.
When you move, when you don't stay in one asana, one position, but
Mhm.
you have movements, like
Okay.
when you're turning left and right, that is
Okay,
dynamic.
okay, got it. Okay, okay. Thank you. And vinyasa also is, it comes in vinyasa?
See, the thing is, you see, vinyasa is a modern term. Okay?
Okay,
And the
okay.
modern term vinyasa was introduced by the Yogi Pattabhi Jois, who was from Mysore. Okay?
Okay.
So the idea of vinyasa is there is nyasa means awareness. Vinyasa becomes Vishesha Nyasa, Vishesha awareness.
Okay.
And so along with breath moving, he thought he was creating something new, but he came from the Hatha Yoga background. But in Tantra Yoga, this has been standard for many centuries, for well over actually, it has been probably for 5,000 years, it has been a practice as part of Tantra Yoga. And in Tantra Yoga, they call this as Prana Kriya.
Yeah, Pranakriya.
Yeah. So what happens is sometimes people who come from one background, he came only from the Hatha Yoga background. So he did not know the other systems. So he thought he had found something new.
Okay.
And he created this new term called vinyasa here.
Yeah, it says I could. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Special awareness.
Yes.
I'd like to just say thank you and share that it's like a visualization practice. And I realized how when we were doing the visualization up the spine to the Muladharana point that I was like going around and back. You know, I wasn't even like making a straight line. And when you had us put our finger on our lip, I was like, the second I was focusing on my lip, it just went right to the point, like all by itself. I'm like, oh, well, that's right. So that was very, very helpful.
You see, very few people realize, I don't know how many people come from the, traditional practices where they do Sandhya Vandana practice. When they do the Sandhya Vandana practice, here they say Pranavasi Rishi Brahma, Devi Gayatri Chandaha Paramatma Devata, this thing. So what happens is, these are the very important points where when you stimulate, the connectivity builds. In fact, what we have done is, in terms of experimentation with respect to how the communication works, the energy in communication. Some of you may be familiar, you may not be familiar, but there is an instrument that was created by Dr. Reinhard Wohl. And this goes back, he did this between 1940 and 1980. And I have one of those instruments. So at some point in time, if we have a center or something, we can exhibit all the instruments we have tested over these many decades that we have been doing research on. So in Dr. Reinhard Wohl developed a concept that in the acupuncture points on the fingers and the toes, if you have 50% conductance, what he does is he has one conductor. It's like a brass handle which you hold in one hand, and it is actually conducting one battery's worth of electricity. You see, if many of you have held a battery, if you hold the top and the bottom, there is actually electricity conducting through your body. It is only 1.5 volts, but you don't feel it. And so this is what it conducts with in that brass handle. Then you have another probe where you look at different points in the other hand, the toes and all of that. And only at the acupuncture point, you will find conductance of 50% when you're in normal health. If you put it in anywhere else on the skin, you won't feel any conductance, only in acupuncture points. So he had this idea that 50% conductance in the hands indicates optimal health. And it is, of course, and if there is excessive conductance, more than like 60-70%, it's called hyperactivation in those organs that are the acupuncture point, whichever organs it represents, there is hyperactivation in that area. And if it is much below 30%, then in which case there is degeneration in that organ system. So that is how he had developed as a system. But what is very interesting is we use the same system because what it is actually measuring is the Vyanavayu and Apanavayu. Okay? And because that is how the base organ systems are driven by. So in our experimentation, we wanted to see what is the standard conductance in the Samanavayu, in the Pranavayu, in the Udanavayu. So what we did is, for Samanavayu, from the yogic perspective, which is along the middle of the body, the Samanavayu conducts, actually it is fed by the Ida and Pingala nadis. So we actually measured the Ida and Pingala nadi, like the two sides here in the Vishuddhi chakra over here, and in the Anahata chakra, we will do it at the armpit. In the the Manipur chakra, we'll measure it right over here in the lowermost ribs over there, and then at the iliac crest we will measure the Swadhisthana chakra, and we were measuring the Mooladhara actually right at the ankle, this area on the two legs. And it was very fascinating. When we actually measured standard conductance, the standard conductance was around 70 to 75% for normal people. And there was one time, there was a person who had, he's not over here, but this person, one time he had chest pain. And this was about noon in the day he called me, and he told me that he has chest pain and he wants to come to me. My immediate reaction was, why are you coming to me? Go to the emergency room, right? And if you have chest pain. So he said, no, I know what it is. And so what had happened was, there was somebody, this was in a temple community where there was how, funds are distributed for various functionalities. And there was one budget item where there was a surplus coming. And in the month of June, any surplus is released for other purposes. And this was the month of April. And what was happening was there was a huge surplus in one budget account, and in June it would get released. But for payment of the mortgage on the temple's loan, there was a shortfall. And so through the committee, he was trying to work to shift this money that's already there in surplus towards that. And there was one person who was a stickler. No, that is not the rule. You cannot shift the money now. You can only shift it end of June. So the thing is, the person felt, this person is over this thing, he's making such a big this thing. It doesn't make sense. And he felt very hurt. He was trying to do for the sake of the temple, for the community. And he felt very hurt. When he felt very hurt, he got the pain in the chest. And actually, it was very interesting. When we actually read in the conductance in the two sides, one side was like 50 or 42. The other side was like 73. So we had him do this yum vibration many, many times. And after doing it for like 10, 20 times, we went and measured. Both had become like 74 kind of thing. And so that conductance works at that level, the Samanavayu. Then the Pranavayu, it is very interesting. When a person is very tired, the place where we measure is, we actually measure right at the C7 vertebra, that little spike you can feel over there in the back of the neck. And so when we measure over there, typically for people who are in normal, good, vibrant health, the number over there will be 80 to 85. And when people have a reading of 59, 60, they are completely tired down this thing. And you can immediately read it over there. And that is the pranavayu. And the connectivity that comes along the Atmanadi, we used to measure it right under the nose over here. That is why this conversation came right at this point. And at this point, when people who are in normal open state, it will be between 85 to 90. And when people are actually regular meditators, this will hit 95% conductance. So you can actually, through actually working through this, I actually read this as a systematic way for 60 people in one, this thing. And when we did this actually for 60 people continuously as a test, I had the data and all of that. We never published it. But maybe what I will do is now, as we are doing our therapy book and all of that, to bring all of these together, let me go and look back and see if I can find the data, and maybe we'll publish it. But all of these points are extremely important points, and how they are able to, we can utilize this understanding for, our spiritual elevation and understanding.
That's a very good point about our points.
Yes.
Focus and to be able. So we like literally hit all of our nadi like values when we were doing this, because we did go up the back of the spine. We went up the center.
Yes.
And
that is right. So that is the reason we hit all of those places over there in the visualization and the movement of the breath. The interesting part is at some point in time, what we should do is locally, each of you should plan in your area where we can have a session where we can do some of these practices like Yoga Nidra. The deeper Yoga Nidra that is done is not actually those of you in our newsletter that we just published. We have actually written about Yoga Nidra over there. And is there anybody who doesn't know how to find our newsletter? Raise your hand if you don't know how to find it. Okay. Then in which case, let me show you. All you need to do is go to lifeinyoga.org. Actually, Avni sent it out by the by this what do you call it? This WhatsApp people who are on that. And if you go to lifeinyoga.org, go under resources, and under resources there is the documents. Hit on the documents and you have the newsletters over here. So the December one and the June one, June 2024, we'll have it every 6 months. So here you have the Yoga Nidra on page 4. So you can scroll down over here, and this is the Yoga Nidra article you will find. And what are the different ways of doing it, and how different schools do it. And actually, some of you may find it very interesting. In the bottommost panel over here, you see a faint image over there. That faint image over there is the Ananta Padmanabha. So those of you who can relate to the temple in Tiruvananthapuram, the Ananta Padmanabha lying over there, and that is supposed to be, he's supposed to be in Yoga Nidra. And what is the meaning of that? All of that is listed over here. So you may find this article interesting, so you can look at it. And the reason is, the Yoga Nidra, when it is done in the deeper way, we will be exploring all of these subtle points, Tammy. So it's a very interesting way to do a deeper level of awareness within the system.
I'll be on that side of town in the first week of August. But I did want to say, like, for the hands, how I'm sensitive to the hands. So you were seeing something when you saw that everybody didn't feel that. What was that? The prana what are the the physical ones, the Apana and Vyana ones.
Yeah. See, when I think of you, I can feel what you're feeling, right? So that's how I knew somebody was not feeling, and Nalin raised his hand, and then after that, I could see he could feel it. So anyway, the thing is, Tammy, see, if you want to organize a session of 5, 10, 20 people in your Chicago area over there, I can come to Chicago, not a problem. But we'll have to arrange it in a way whereby around the time when I have somebody to take care of my mother, that is when I will travel. But to come for a day or two is no problem at all. That's what I do when we go to Houston or to Florida, and even to San Jose, California, or Phoenix, Arizona. So I find the time. So all it is scheduling, and we can do an event over there.
That sounds great. Is that like in the winter, right? Is that what it was in the winter? when
Actually, what it is there are times during the middle of the year too. I can get time. Like for example, this is the time my sister is over here in this part of the town. So I'm going to New York the weekend of 29th, 30th. So she'll be taking care of my mother. So the thing is, you see, when it could be summer or winter, it could be other times, it could be fall, it could be spring. So the thing is, there is a variety of time, but if you plan ahead and you say you want me to come, then I'll look in terms of when to schedule it in the calendar and let you know.
How about September? Is that a good month for you, Dr. Rajan?
Actually, no. October may be a better month. October to early November. If you're thinking of September, let me ask my sister. If there is a way she'll take care of my mother, then we can do it in September. So what
I was
are you
thinking of the book in a library plus demonstration? We have a little older people. It's on a Thursday that we get together, and there is a pretty good, they're doing the Blue Zone now.
okay.
So, I mean, that is a real good time to introduce you, because the Blue Zone, everybody kind of reads, and they are very active in that.
Very
So
nice.
that may be a very good time, yoga nidras, yoga. And so I was just looking, it takes a little time because I want everybody to be there, the people in charge of that. Very receptive audience, and the library thing has to work. So I was thinking combining it.
Roughly what time in September did you have in mind?
That's something I have to say, probably like mid-September.
Mid-September. Okay. So what I will do is I will see whether I can find somebody to take care of my mother. And, you're talking of your Seattle area, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I have to
I'll keep you informed on that.
what is that?
I'll keep you informed on the
Yeah.
availability of the library and all.
Because it is the West Coast, I cannot do a day trip. I'll have to plan probably a 3-day trip or something. So,
No problem. We'll
yeah.
take care of you.
Yeah. Okay, any other questions, thoughts? Otherwise, we'll close over here.
Dr. Rajan, when are you in Florida area?
I can be in Florida. Usually, I'm there in winter time. So typically from January and March, I'm usually there. January when early in January when my mother comes in over there. In fact, this year, I'm thinking that, you see, because my sister works in the tax season, my mother said she doesn't want to go and disturb her anymore. So this year I'm thinking I will rent an apartment for a few months in Florida. And so if any of you know of an apartment near you, let me know. And
What city though? What city?
What is that?
What city in Florida?
I have no preference. I can locate myself near my sister, near the Fort Lauderdale, Miami area, or near Melbourne, Florida, or near Orlando or Tampa, Florida. It makes no difference.
Okay.
I just find, because everywhere I have friends over there. So And being near a friend is good because then they will know where to go for local shopping or whatever the local amenities and things. So I can be anywhere. I have no preference.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so yeah, somebody said something? So-
Willing to have my here if possible so we can arrange something group here and do some yoga that session.
No problem. And all by God's plan and God's grace, whatever will work will happen. So in that thought, let's close over here. Namaste, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rajanji. Thank you.